So who is Gretchen Whitmer? Well, she's often praised for liberals for being such a good governor of Michigan, when critics say that she has done nothing progressive at all. Something I've noticed about when conservatives criticize liberal governors is that they often criticize Gavin Newsom, Tim Walz, J.B. Pritzker, all those people. Except Gretchen Whitmer is often overlooked, I feel like. However, I would argue that she's just as crazy as the others. She has already served 2 terms, having been elected in 2019 and 2022, and she still has a pretty decent approval rating that lies around 50%. However, this is mainly due to how little she's actually done this year. Over the course of serving as governor, she has been known for her Fix the Roads campaign, but very little progress has actually been seen in this. Roads have barely improved. They're still terribly broken down. The excuse of fixing the roads has been used to excuse the fact that we have taxed oil very much. But if the money that's coming from these taxes isn't actually going to fixing the roads, then where is it actually going? Well, considering the amount of vacations that the governor has taken, critics have accused her of using the wealth of the state and not of her own wealth. If this is true, then of course the governor needs to go to prison. And of course, other things being the fact that during the COVID pandemic, she was big on wear a mask, and she herself was in fact not wearing a mask. In other terms, she's actually very similar to most other liberals in the sense of LGBTQ support, supporting abortion, and criticisms of President Trump. Many Democrats, in fact, claim that Gretchen Whitmer would make a good 48th president and would be a good candidate to run in 2028. But looking at all of the stuff she's done, or hasn't done, for Michigan makes me think otherwise. At this point in time, Michigan has become one of the worst states to live in, when at one point it was in fact one of the best. Whitmer's lack of action to actually do anything to help her state is probably why even the Democrats are only averaging her about 2 to 3% in the primary polls. I struggle to find a world where a woman who can barely even run her own state is expected to run the greatest country in the world. So, in conclusion, Gretchen Whitmer has tried very hard to be anything significant and has failed, and if anything has become a significant failure of a governor. So, what's your take? Do you think Gretchen Whitmer would be a good president in the future? Do you think she's been a good governor so far? Let me know in the comments below. Peace.